Hi, this is about an introduction to the Agile architecture course. And most often in most companies, you try to mix agility with architecture, and people don't know in what proportion it needs to be done. Because Agile means doing things quick and fast, and architecture predominantly there's a feeling that it is slow and it needs a lot of important decisions to be taken. So how do you mix these two concerns in an organization to make it fast, quick and responsive to digital disruption that's happening everywhere around? If you see, what is said is by 2020 most of the Fortune 500 companies will be knocked out of the list and there'll be new players in the game. So if you go to many companies too, these days everybody is hung up on the word digital. You'll find a lot of stickers around the coffee shops and various places in the company saying we're going digital. But when you ask what's really going digital about, then people don't have an answer to that. So unless you know your current architecture complexity and unless you comprehend what is really needed to fix that, you'll not be able to fix and respond quickly to digital disruption. So that's quite important, that you need to know what is digital disruption and how to have a strategy and a plan in place and what are the best practices that you need to do to understand your current architecture complexity. So for example, I had gone to a tech show recently wherein there was a nice video about there's a Ferrari going on a high-speeding highway. And in that video, they showed that the guy in the Ferrari is using a digitally transformed insurance solution for an auto insurance. And there's another guy who's driving a normal car at the back, and he is following the Ferrari. And for some reason, the Ferrari guy brakes, and the other guy goes and hits him from the back. So they have an accident on the spot, and both of them get down and they have a verbal conversation as to whose mistake it was and the normal things that really happen. And surprise of surprise, since this guy is using a digitally transformed solution, the Ferrari guy, there's a voice prompt on from his car, which says that your car is met with an accident, you stay on the highway, we are sending a drone to capture the accident footage. So within minutes, there's a drone which comes and then takes the accident footage shot of the video, and they figure out what is real, and then he gets a message on his app saying your car is met with an accident, what's really gone wrong, and then if this is the accident claim, you fix your bumper needs to be fixed and maybe the tail bender needs to be fixed. So if this is the claim, please press yes. So that's the message he gets, and he says, and there's a subsequent message after that. It says that and then he says, okay, it takes an aerial shot of the thing and the message is processed. And meanwhile, he gets another message saying that you just wait for a couple of minutes. We are going to send a towaway truck to take your truck off the road and put it to the service station. And a couple of minutes later, he gets another message saying that we are sending a Uber on the way, and you're going, get into the Uber and go home. Whereas the guy who's using a non-digitally transformed solution, he's still trying to get to the call center saying press 1 for English, 2 for Spanish, and 3 for Hindi, and so on, So that is what is the power of transforming solutions using digital transformation, for which enterprise architecture plays a very vital part. So this course that we're going to have is going to give you the basics of what's involved in an enterprise architecture framework, and what are the nitty-gritties of it, how do you iterate about it, and how do you add value to business transitions or transformations, or what's currently called as digital transformations.